Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the Divisional Round of the NFL Playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Shoves him aside. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Handoff to Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for it.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. On the run, it's Mixon. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Bengals score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Tyler Newsome now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Back to throw here. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Raiders are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. Here comes Johnson on the return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
79 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And the catch made by Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Johnson on the return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it was the LA Chargers who will continue on in the playoffs as they were able to take care of the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because
and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On second down, Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Third and 2, now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. That's caught by Howard.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. On the delay, it's Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Burrow's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now Burrow on first down. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 32. Grover Stewart gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively, it kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll go underneath with it. That's complete to his running back. puts it on the carpet. It's out, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll look to throw again. Oh no, he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Burrow will find Ayuk open right side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now they try the right side here. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. So now London down by 11, 20 seconds to go. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Who will punch the 4th and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, at quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. At the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it.
And right away, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Lance. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Vikings send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And now headed the other way. They're across midfield. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Hubbard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second and 2. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. This is McCaffrey on the give. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Fights off the defender, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And caught by Trimble. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. This goes out wide from Madison. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Lance. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Shotgun now for Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Lance going to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And his kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando.
And thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the Lions who were able to come away with the home victory. The Lions are ready to make some noise in the playoffs as they finish off a 13-4 regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Lance now to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, his second sack of the night. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second and 4. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out comes Minnesota. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down, Lance. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a throw here, hauled in, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, 43 yards. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship.